Listen to what I'm saying and then tell me what you guys think. I was talking to Rusty, and her and I were talking about the game in general. Okay? And we were talking about First Descendant, and we were talking about content creators and sort of the importance of content creators for First Descendant and basically how they're throwing by ignoring all of us. What it boiled down to is, like, this is my view on it. I don't think content creators make a game. But I think content creators create spaces for community to grow. And in live service games, that is actually huge. Because the community is what allows people to enjoy the game in the downtime and sort of like have people to play with and show off their achievements to. If you were to look at the First Descendant, if you look at the average concurrent player base of the game, outside of like a big update, there are about 30,000 concurrent players at any given, at like the high moment, right? And at the low moment, it's like down to like 6,000. That's across all platforms. So there are roughly about 100,000 people or less that play this game every month. Probably less than 100,000, right? The reason I bring that up is if you were to look at Biscuit, Sin, myself, Alyssa, I'm trying to think. There's like one other person that I'm missing. Maybe two, okay? The Full Measure and Real Asian, okay? So between the six of us, and then Moxie. You got to keep Moxie. Moxie's busy, so he doesn't play this game full time, but he does play it, okay? So, and Moxie is an exception to the rules, so we're going to ignore Moxie to this. What about Zero? So let me make a point on this, because I'm not shitting on people. So, like, guys, if you're like, well, what about this content creator? What about this content creator? I'm not like being mean or like leaving out your favorite content creator or trying to like diminish their impact, okay? But here's the point that I'm trying to make. The biggest creators, like with like their YouTubes and stuff, like if you were to add like Sin's around 20k subs, I'm around 13k subs. I think Alyssa's around like 15 to 17k subs. And Biscuit's around 40k subs. Right? That's basically anybody that watches content for this game watches one of us. The top 6 creators. If you watch content for First Descendant, more than likely you watch one of us. I'm not saying you don't watch all of us, but you watch one of us, whether it's streaming or YouTube. If you just came through and took all 6 of like these big content creators and all of them stopped playing First Descendant tomorrow, it would hurt your community. And you would have a portion of their player base, like the people that actively watch them, if you were to take 20 or 30% of all of those like viewers, they would follow their content creator to a new game. They would go watch these content creators. Now, you're going to have a bulk of the people that stay specifically for First Descendant, and you will have other content creators that will sort of like backfill and fill in the gap. But you will have a large, how about a sizable? You'll have like a sizable portion of all of these communities that like go play Warframe with Sin, or go play like a fighting game with Alyssa, or like go play Borderlands with me, or whatever. I'm not saying that everyone would leave, and I'm not saying that everyone would follow to every game, but it would happen. And I think that most successful games understand the content creator ecosystem in a way that they want to try to foster it to some degree, right? Because they're trying to do everything they can to keep their daily players in, and they want to, and they know that the easiest way to do that is for their general content creators, and it literally costs them no money. Because they're not sponsoring me to play this game. They're not sponsoring Sin to play this game. They're not sponsoring Biscuit to make YouTube videos, right? Like, they're not sponsoring Alyssa. So, like, when they spend all of this money to get all of these people to, like, show up, it's good, but, like, there's all of us that are here. And not spending any time trying to foster community with us is a bad thing. And then making it, like, worse as a space for us to be in doesn't help keep us and our communities around. And I know that like some of you guys probably don't care about this kind of stuff, but this is what I was talking to Rusty about last night. I was like, if something happened and they just came through and were like, fuck all of you guys, and all of us left, it would hurt the community and the game to a degree. And I think that you would actually see it on the charts. I'm not saying it would be a big change, but like if everybody just left all at once, you would probably see a decrease in playership by 20%. SK might be different planet culture-wise. Absolutely, right? This is just my 2 cents, guys, right? Like, this is just my musings. And again, if you ever talk to a bigger content creator, like I consider myself a mid-size content creator. I'm not big, but I'm mid-size. If you ever talk to any of us, we know that like when we play games or like when we do something that is not our niche, we get a huge hit in viewership. We know that. Not everybody will follow us or not everybody likes all of our content. Like, we're not dumb. We know that. But to act like nothing matters and that we don't matter at all is kind of rough, right? Yeah, hold on. The 7-day window. Yeah, basically, if you make content for First Descendant and you do not make content within 7 days, if they elect to, they can remove you from the program now. A lot of people rely on YouTubers and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents, guys. And I know that you guys, as you can see it now, not many people are actually playing First Descendant. Yeah, Sonic. They're scared of losing people to Borderlands. Absolutely. Literally. I mean, 7 days is super short. 7 days is crazy short. 7 days is crazy short. Well, here's the thing that's like frustrating. They added this like 7-day thing, but then I know that most of us content creators filled out the paperwork to join the First Descendant Discord channel, the official content creator channel for their content creators on their Discord, like 3 weeks ago. None of us have got in. But we can fucking apply to get into the Vault Hunters program and get it in 1 fucking day. Dude, luckily the devs don't lose status when they don't add content each month. Well, Cinity, I mean, it could happen if you basically treat all your content creators like shit and they're not here to help try to create community and give people like a great place to hang out. Like, maybe you will start losing more players if you're slow. You know what I mean? Do you reap any benefits? No. The content creator program for First Descendant, you get nothing. We have to buy all of our own caliber. We don't get any fucking free, at least I don't. I don't get any free caliber. I don't get any free ultimates. I don't get any free paints. I don't get any free skins. I don't get any gift cards, tokens, or caliber to give away to my community. I don't get any recognition for being a content creator. The devs don't stop by. The devs don't reshare or share any of my content on official channels. Like, all of the stuff that you would typically get from being a content creator for somebody, you get none of that. So what happens when you use create? So here's what happens with that, Ty. So we get a % of what you guys spend, but we get it as points. And then we have to accrue $100 worth of points to be able to withdraw. So if Alyssa's saying it's 1%, if you guys spend $100, we get $1 worth of points. We need to accrue $100 worth of points before it is like, before we're eligible to withdraw it. However, those points do not last forever. So if the game gets slow, if there's not a lot going on, if people aren't spending money, then we're not accruing points. And then what ends up happening is over the course of 3 months, any points that are 3 months old or older drop off of your account. So you can't even accrue it to be like 6 months. But basically, you just have to pay attention to your dashboard and hope that you have a bunch of people spending and then see it and withdraw it. So it's bullshit. Yeah, basically. And you got $68 after taxes. Yeah, that's rough. Can you get tax exempt like Twitch? Twitch isn't tax exempt. You have to pay taxes on everything Twitch gives you. Well, they changed like the tipping laws in the US, so that might change. But yeah, you still have to pay all your taxes on whatever you pull from Twitch. But yeah, that was just like my 2 cents on that. So like, hopefully you guys understand my point of view on sort of like the way I think about content creators and the content creators in First Descendant, and why I feel like it's kind of bad that they just literally ignore us all. And then now they're going through putting even more barriers between like us to be able to like work with their team or be able to do anything other than make content for First Descendant. Am I quit? I'm not quitting. No. It's good for the community to hear these things. I mean, I want to make sure people understand where we're coming from. Panda, Killas, thank you for the 10 biddies. It's good. We're all thinking the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's quitting. At least not that I know of. I'm not going to speak for other content creators. But we do want to have the availability to try to grow our community and our channel in numerous avenues, right? Because putting all of your eggs in one basket, no matter what your job is never the right play.